Hello friends, Byromi here. I'm one of two avid one-wheelers in the Page, Arizona, Lake Powell area. No other one-wheelers for miles around. Today we're gonna do the longest one-wheel off-road ride I used to be able to do with the Onewheel XR. It would perfectly use 100% of the battery as I was coming up over this hill here. So we're at Ridgeway Drive and Indigo Ridge. And first we're gonna go to this mansion up here on the hill, and then I'll start the video again. So we're gonna see how the Onewheel Pint compares to the Onewheel Plus, not the XR, just the Plus, because the Pint is essentially the replacement for the Onewheel Plus. Come along, let's do it. Sorry for any potential shakiness of the camera because I'm not using my gimbal. I don't want to carry anything more than just the water, and I don't want to break another gimbal stick because this is... There's the mansion. We came up this road all the way to the end where it leads to the airport. You can hear a helicopter about to take off, and then we're gonna take this corridor down the fence line of the airport and the fence line of the mansion, right down this way toward Lake Powell, to connect to the Rim View Trail. And we're gonna charge quite a bit because it's all downhill. We take the left. It's really rocky. Alright, we started over there at Indigo Ridge. There's the mansion. And the Onewheel is right here. And this is the longest stretch of steepest decline. There's Antelope Point Marina right over there. We got Tower Butte and Navajo Mountain. We have Gunsight Butte, which used to be Steamboat Rock long ago, right over there. Lake Powell, Castle Rock. We have Walweep. Beautiful. All right, this is actually the steepest part, and just as I was going down it, slid just a little bit right there, and I got a "you're getting a little rowdy," and the Onewheel started flashing yellow, and I had to turn it off. I'm gonna wait a while and turn it back on. Hopefully it turns back on. I'm getting rowdy! Getting rowdy on this rough terrain. Alright, let's turn it back on. Woohoo! Alright, there's the mansion, Rim View Trail, and we are truly at the most northeast corner of the mesa. You can't get any closer while staying on the trail. Here's the trail here. So this is the most northeast corner of the Rim View Trail, and we are going to see how much battery we have coming down that really rugged stuff. 78% battery. Now you'll see that it says 0.1 miles. Remember, we had to turn this thing off and back on so it erased the miles that we have, but we have screenshots so we can add it all up at the end. Oh dear, I don't know if I want to do this with my phone on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Woo! Alright. I normally shut my phone down for stuff like that. So, yeah, this is getting rowdy. Alright, I promise I won't use that word again unless we get another actual rowdy error. Look at this. We got some really rough terrain here. Yeah, the camera never does it justice, but it's really rocky stuff. There's gonna be some riders out there that can handle this better than me, but woo! It puts your balance to the test, man. It's going good. Thanks. Check out Byromi on YouTube. Byromi. You can look up Onewheel Navajo. Yeah. Alrighty. In some parts, you just have to pick it up. No one can do this. Nobody. Unless you're like some extreme, super flight fin user, no one is gonna climb that. I just want to point out that the Landsurf dust plug has stayed in during all of this craziness. And speaking of craziness, came down this fairly steep and rugged sandstone thing here, and then I went through the dirt non-stop. It got a little bit sketchy right there, but you know, the Onewheel Pint can plow through even this soft Navajo sand. Down the Navajo sandstone and through the soft sand. Uphill, mind you. It's a beast. It's pint size, but it's a beast. Indigo Ridge. There's the homes from Indigo Ridge. So here's a crossroads right at the Indigo Ridge community. If you wanted to cut your trip short, you could climb out here. But going up this, I'm not sure the Onewheel Pint's gonna make it up this when it's dry. Really deep sand and particularly long and steep. Or you could have a shorter trip by coming down this to start and then continuing around Potato Hill. This is Potato Hill here. It doesn't look like much of a hill from here. I have another video where I did break my gimbal riding on this shorter segment. We are going to continue around the whole thing because that is what we're testing. We are, based on the lights, more than 50% battery. Absolutely stunning, but not as stunning as this. This is one of the longest, flattest segments I've had all day. This whole trail is super rugged, and this is a lot smoother. Woohoo! Except right here. Woo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah! Alright, coming up here we have one of the most important forks in the road. The most important fork in the road that if you're on this trail you have to keep in mind. If you take the lower route on the right, it takes you dangerously close to the edge. If you want to risk one wheel and life, then you can take the right trail. But please take the upper trail going up high so you don't lose your life. Woohoo! Another straightaway. Soft sand, hard packed sand, a little bit of rocks. Woo! All right, and take a look at that view. Oh my gosh! Watch out! Oh my gosh! Ah! Woo! Ah. Down here is where the bottom trail joins up with the top trail, and there's quite a hill, lots of little rocks, some big rocks. This is where I broke my gimbal. There's the Onewheel Pint. We're gonna set the camera in a bush and see how I traverse this. We are on the northwest corner of the Rim Trail. There's the Glen Canyon Bridge, and the dam is just out of sight. And then the Glen Canyon, and we have a little bit of Page sticking out right there. The wind was picking up and was very loud, so I removed the audio from this clip. But this segment of trail is just pure surfing fun. Just look at it. And around the corner, check out that ledge, that drop off, that view. Be careful on trails like this. Don't lose your board. Don't lose your life. Looks like a couple of ravens were out floating that day too, just surfing the breeze. We're on the home stretch. My car has just passed the top of this hill. We got all this sand. It's really deep and not smooth. Let's see how far we can go. And that's it. I have gone through all of this before when it was not so tracked through. The finish line up ahead. Woo! We get to see what the results are. What an amazing ride. The Pint is truly a beast. It does the trick. Alright, back where we started. Ridgeway Drive, Indigo Ridge Boulevard. And we still got a lot of battery left. Woo! Awesome. 60%? No freaking way! Alright, I spoke a little too soon, but I am still impressed. The percentage of the battery is more what I expected. The Bluetooth on these Onewheel Pints is not good. At least on mine. I have to get my phone really, really close. I had to shut the phone off and turn it back on. The board, I mean. And then it came up with 29%. So it's only 30% remaining battery, not 60%. So this was the first major off-road that I've done with this board. I've taken it on tiny stints of off-roading that don't really count. So let's take a look at the overall dirtiness and damage that we have to the board. We have, you know, more scuffs on the fender here. Some of these scuffs were from earlier trips. I do have the rail guards that are provided by Future Motion. I did not wrap them under the bottom, as you can see here. I just cut them off so they'd be level with this skid plate here, which is from Carbon Smith. You can see that some dirt is got up underneath there. This dirt gets everywhere in Arizona. We got lots of dirt down in the tire here. Down in the... yeah, we're gonna have to clean that out. Lots of dirt here. The mag handle no longer flips back. I have to flip it back on my own. Too much dirt in there. Let's try here. Got some dirt down in there. Definitely got to clean that out to protect the bearings. Let's check out the damage on the plate. We got some scuffs there. Yeah, I mean, it's looking good for absolutely amazing. We got the dirt getting underneath the rail guard here. You know, this is gonna happen even with some of the better ones from Float Life. I bet eventually, maybe not the first trip, but eventually, this sand just gets everywhere. It is a really fine, soft sand. It's unique to the southwest of the United States here, the Navajo sandstone. Absolutely amazing. The Pint, y'all. And Landsurf. Go get a plug from Landsurf. If yours doesn't fit snugly, just give Landsurf a call, contact him. I'm sure he'll send you another one. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. It's dirt. I think I'm getting Captain Morgan pushback. See it? It's red. The nose is going up. Tail's dragging. Woo! And it's done. That's it. The Pint started at about 40 miles on the odometer. Now it's resting at 47. So that gives us 6 to 7 miles of off-road ability on the Onewheel Pint. I weigh about 160 pounds and the weather was mostly clear. I prefer the looser feel of Pacific Mode over Skyline, and so I chose that for my riding. For the sake of safety, I recommend trails that are no more than 5 to 6 miles. This will prevent a low battery voltage nosedive and will also help to prevent a walk of shame. Speaking of safety, allowing the tail of the board to drag for a prolonged length of time in the dirt is a very bad idea. The tail will pull up debris and feed it into the spinning wheel, allowing the debris to potentially get between your tire and the fender. Do not allow your tail to drag in the dirt, as I did in this video.